Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Although by the time you're probably watching this, it's probably afternoon because I've been having so many issues getting this recorded. I did the whole video only to find out that somehow it got turned to silent, which I didn't even know was an option, and I had to look up how to turn it back on. So, we're going to just start fresh, and hopefully you're still getting this on Monday. Today is Monday, March 30th, and I'm trying to, let's see. Here we go. So today is Monday, March 30th. Right here. Remember, when you follow it up, you can see what day of the week that it is. Tomorrow will be Tuesday, and yesterday was Sunday. And tomorrow will be the last day of March. And then who knows what comes after March? April. I hope you got it. I should have another video coming out this week where I'll go through all of our daily activities and we'll sing songs together and do all that kind of fun stuff. But for now, you can just remember that today is March 30th and it's Monday. I'm going to say done, done. We're going to come over here to our lesson. Oops, didn't mean to do that. All right, so I want you to open up to page 8 in your Superkids Word Workbook. We're going to talk about contractions again, only this week we're talking about some that are called irregular. Irregular just means not regular, which means they don't really follow the same rules that we learned last week. So the first one we want to talk about is cannot. Cannot is one word altogether, and when it goes to turn into the word can't, instead of just taking out the vowel like they normally do, let me make that blue so you can see it. They're actually taking out this double N as well because the word cannot is one word altogether. So we're taking out two letters and replacing it with the apostrophe up here. So cannot becomes can't. The next one is will not, which becomes won't. So there's not really a good way for me to show you that the letters take out. We definitely are not using any of those letters. And some of these letters over here are getting switched around, but I don't want you to remember that they're getting switched around because that's going to make it confusing. What I want you to remember is Busy Town Mysteries. Has your parent asked you to find something in the house this last week? Did you remember what I told you a couple weeks ago to put your finger in the air and yell out, "It's a mystery"? Well, what I want you to remember from that is I want you to remember pig will and pig won't. So those are the two little piggies who are always arguing in that TV show. They're always arguing with each other. One will do something, one won't do it because they're always arguing. So you can just remember that if we're changing will not into a contraction, we want to change it into won't. Pig will and pig won't. And the third one for this week is do not. Now, do not actually follows the rules for the contraction because we're going to bring the two words together and we're going to get rid of that O and put an apostrophe in its place. So it's actually spelled D-O-N apostrophe T, just like it is here, D-O-N apostrophe T. But we're not going to say do not into don't. We'd sound a little bit Scottish there. We're going to say don't. Don't. The O gets a long O sound. Don't. So this one follows the rule, but you have to remember how to read it correctly when you do it. So now let's look at number 1 with Lily. She says, when I was little, I had to put on a bib. She's pretty messy there. But I am 7 and I do not need a bib. I hope none of you use a bib at home. So we're looking at the words do not, and we're going to change it into don't. That's right. T-O-N apostrophe T. don't. I am 7 and I don't need a bib. Now let's look at tick. Number 2. When I was little, I slept in a crib, but I'm 7 and I cannot fit into a crib. And I can't. C-A-N apostrophe T. Can't. Are you using your Superkids letters? Are you making sure to make nice handwriting? I hope so. Number 3. Here we have Fritz. I am 7 and I have to go to bed on time. He's going to bed at 8 o'clock. Is that what time you go to bed? But when I'm big, I will not go to bed until late. 11 o'clock. Maybe you got to stay up till 11 o'clock last week during spring break, but hopefully not this week because school is back. We're going to change the word will not into won't. W-O-N apostrophe T. Won't. You can remember the spelling for won't if you can remember the spelling for don't. They're the same except for the first letter. Now, we're going to turn the page. I'm going to see how easy it is for me to get out of this. I'm going to say done. I'm going to delete it. I'm going to turn the page. And now we've got it where I can do my markings. Here we go. So these are the spelling words for this week. We have the 3 contractions, which follow the pattern rule of in apostrophe T. And that's all you need to trace right there. We have can't, won't, don't. All right. The rest of the words this week are memory words. We have boy, girl, to, for, about, over, before. So now let's look at these over here. Number one, it says that there are 2 pets, and I'm going to trace the T-W-O, 2 pets, and then I'm going to draw my own little pet. You could draw a dog, you can draw a cat. I don't know what other animals might eat off of a little tray on the floor. Maybe you know of one. Draw it there. Number 2. I see that something's missing here, and I know it's going to be something delicious. Frosting. How many cakes are there now? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. When we're spelling the number 4, it's spelled F-O-U-R. 4 cakes. There are 4 cakes. Number 3. Number 3 says an umbrella. An umbrella over the girl. Over is a word we know. I can't seem to write there. Let's try this. There we go. O-V-E-R. An umbrella over the girl. So now you're going to draw an umbrella over the girl. One easy way to draw it is to start down and make little hops going up. We can do little bounces. Bounce, 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 bounce. And then make one big bounce over the top. Then you could add lines. We don't have time to go to other things, but you have time at home, so you can color it and design it anything you want. The last word we're going to talk about is the word before. So this says the letter before. B-E-F-O-R-E. The letter before B. And what is the letter before B in the alphabet? What begins at the start of apple? A. You can write a capital A and a lowercase a, and it'll look just like the Superkids alphabet. So that's all the pages that there are for today. I will be sending out a little more for the rest of the week, and I'll have some different videos going for each morning to start your morning off. The other lesson that you need to do for Superkids is that you need to be in your backpack page, and the backpack page is going to be page 5. I can write that right up here. Back, pack, page 5. It's the beginning story for fluency. You need to read it, and later in the week we're going to send the digital version of the comprehension questions that you can either print out or you could just write down the answers and do it on the page itself. So that's all for today, for Monday, and I hope that you've gotten all this taken care of. I hope that you're having a nice, safe week and that everybody's together at your house having a lovely time.